Salakia, phone cut off, but so I, gonna have to make a part 2. But nevertheless, let me try to, hurry it up a little bit. But so this man Alazar from Sakari had said that we can expect to see Yahweh Shai anywhere from now to within 1,000 years. Basically, that's what he was saying. When you look at one of the interviews he had recently done, right? And the thing is, so what? Life is just gonna go on as it is, This devil's just gonna have his he's gonna he's gonna just keep being in power for the next 1,000 years, pretty much. We're all the way up, So what? So life is just gonna go on as usual. All this chaos and stuff going on about in the world, and rumors of wars and all of that going on, but we can expect to see Yahweh Shai somewhere within 1,000 years and now. And this devil is moving fast with this charisma, so no, man. All right. And there's a scripture that cuts that, man. 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Measured out of time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs come, roughly paraphrase, it come to pass which I have told thee. Pretty much then shalt thou know and understand that that is the very same time wherein the highest shall begin to visit the world which he made. So when we see, these prophecies happening, all right, and coming to pass, then we understand this is the time where where the Lord is about to visit the earth, okay, and send his son back, all right. So this place definitely don't got no damn 1,000 years, man. Isaiah 13, and I'm gonna do a lesson on this again, on specifically that, Lord willing. But Isaiah 13, okay, what about that? And towards the end where it says, I'm talking about America, aka Babylon the Great, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Talk about America's time of destruction is near. Zephaniah 1 and 14, roughly paraphrasing, the great day the Lord hasteth. Pretty much it's telling you it's coming quickly, man. Okay? So, look, Yahweh Shai is gonna, cause look, we ain't, we would have to be reincarnated and come back, a bunch of times if, it's gonna take like up to like 1,000 years for Yahweh Shai to return. No, Yahweh Shai is coming back in our lifetime. Okay? Yahweh Shai is coming back in our lifetime, man. All right? There's no doubt about that. All right? But yeah, man, we're prophets of doom. Okay? And you see why a lot of people would want to listen to someone like Alazar. So if you're not warning the people that destruction is coming, and that all hell is about to break loose, and you tell, you say, if there's, this, to those out there that do that, false, you're a false prophet. You telling people that, are you trying not to tell people that destruction is near? All right. You trying to tell people all these different things that the scriptures really. Salakia, bear me 1 second. I might gotta re-say what I was about to say. Damn. Salakia. But pretty much, man, what I'm trying to say is, if you're Salakia, let me re-say what I was gonna say. Basically, let me say this, if you prophesying that ain't nothing gonna happen, you're a false prophet, man. All right, you're not, and the Lord gonna destroy your ass if you saying that shit. All right, but you see why people would rather listen to someone who would people. Let me say this act like this. People would rather listen to somebody that doesn't talk about that doesn't talk about harsh times about to come. You see. So they could feel better, so they don't have to be afraid. Okay, they would rather listen to somebody who doesn't talk about hard times to come, and coming destruction. All right, When in all actuality, you really need to listen to those, to the true prophets that are telling you that all hell is about to break loose. But Matthew 24 and 11, I believe, Yahweh Shai has said, or earlier up, Salakia, but it's in the Matthew 24th chapter where Yahweh Shai says that many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. You see? So a false prophet is going to have more people listen to them than a true prophet will. You see? But nevertheless, the truth is where is what you need. Okay? Let me say this: starting with our apostles, the elders, the great millstone, and the like-minded brothers under them have the 100% truth. We have the truth, man. Okay? Great millstone, GMS has the truth. All right? And it's a sad thing when you actually have to go through something to figure out that somebody was right, rather than, you understanding that they were right before and actually having time to change, versus you having to go through something and not having time to change and realize that somebody was right. You see? But that's just what it is, man. So yes, we're prophets of doom, okay? And we're gonna keep prophesying about the destruction. Why wouldn't we? Because when this destruction comes, that's when we're gonna get out of here. Hey, Isaiah 51 says, in Isaiah 51st chapter, says the captive exile, which is us, the Israelites, right? The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed. So we looking to get out of this goddamn shithole, man. All right? And the Lord ain't gonna skip the prophecies. Before we get out of here, all hell has to break loose. Okay? Chaos has to come. All right? And then ultimately the nuclear missiles, which Yahweh Shai is going to come back in the midst of when they shot off. When that day comes. Okay? So why wouldn't we prophesy about the coming doom and destruction? Because that's when we're going to get the fuck out of here. All right? Which it has to happen. Because if it doesn't happen, if the chaos and all hell don't break loose, if that doesn't happen, then we ain't going to get up out of here, man. So why the hell wouldn't we prophesy about that? Why wouldn't we talk about all hell breaking loose and nuclear destruction and chaos? Okay? That the Lord that the Lord speaks of in the Bible. It talks about a pale horse, man. All right? So why wouldn't we talk about these things? You see? We want to get out of here. All right? Daniel 12:1 says, it mentions how there's going to be a time like never before. But at that time, Jacob's trouble, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And that's the elect. Out of Jacob's trouble, Yahweh Shai is going to come back and save his elect, man, in the midst of this chaos that's about to come upon the planet Earth. All right? So that should let you know what? That this chaos has to happen before we get up out of here. You see? So we should be looking. So in all actuality, if you know you're a Hebrew Israelite and you know about the kingdom, and you know about, that we're gonna be in rulership, and you hear about all these things, and you know about Jacob's trouble and all that's about to break loose, you should be happy. You should be looking forward to this place going down. You should be looking forward to the prophecies happening so we could get the F out of here. Because if these prophecies don't happen, because it's a sequence, 2 Ezra 4:37 talks about how the Lord isn't going to, roughly paraphrasing, it says how he does not stir nor move them until the set measure be fulfilled. Meaning the Lord is not going to skip the prophecies. He's not going to skip. And so the Lord ain't going to skip over the prophecies and get to another. All right? So there's a sequence of events, a sequence of prophecies that have to happen, man. All right? There's a sequence of prophecies that got to happen. Okay? And the Lord ain't going to skip it. So what does that tell you? We have to get through it. Okay? It has to happen. All these prophecies have to happen in order. Okay? We're not going to get to the kingdom before all hell break loose and before doomsday come. Okay? We're not going to get to the kingdom before that. So once again, if you are a Hebrew Israelite, and I'm going to make this a separate lesson, maybe with a brother. If you're a Hebrew Israelite and you know of the kingdom and you know about Jacob's trouble, all right, and you sitting by, let me just add this in there too, all right? You should know that the MOTB is the micro-C-hip, all right, which in the Greek is charagma, that word mark, Revelation 13:16. You should know that. You should be familiar with that, okay? But if you're a Hebrew Israelite and you know these prophecies and everything, and you hear about Jacob's trouble, etc., and you know about the kingdom, You should be looking forward for this place, this man, America. All right, Esau, all of that. You should be looking for this whole society to collapse and fall. You should be looking for it to happen. You know why? Because once it falls, all right, then that's another step towards the kingdom. Because we can't get the kingdom if we don't go through this hell that's about to come upon the planet Earth. Okay? There's no way you're going to get the kingdom. All right? And also, too, after this, we're going to be in rulership for real. Okay? Because right now, we know we're not in rulership. We know that we belong in power. All right? But if this chaos doesn't happen, then we're going to be in power. Okay? So, like, let me say it again. But when this chaos happens, okay, then after, then we're going to be in power. Okay? So it's important, man.